I mean, they're just going into indentured servitude, right? Right? Hey there, everybody. This is Tiger Eye Gaming, and welcome to episode 3 of my Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play. Now, first off, I do want to apologize a little bit for the short delay in this video coming out. This actually happened to be my birthday week, so I was a little bit busy, but I'm back, and I'm ready to get on that grind. And speaking of grind, we actually have some pretty exciting plans for today, because today, we're looking to do part 1 of the most OP farm in all of Minecraft. That's right, today, we're looking to construct a villager breeder in preparation for our eventual villager trading hall. I'm definitely very excited for all the possibilities that a villager trading hall will bring, especially since the system that we're planning on building also includes something where you can drop the villagers down to get eaten by zombies, and then bring them back up to cure them, because that gives you some really nice discounts. So once we get that set up, it's going to be a great way to level up, both in terms of literal experience super quickly, and also in terms of gear, food, all sorts of stuff. However, before we get there, we will need to build that villager breeder in this episode. Before we get there, I do actually want to show you the fruits of some of our off-camera labor in terms of mining, XP gathering, etc, etc. So I'll put those 11 diamonds and 46 iron back in there real quick to show you that this is our current stash when it comes to ores. I did manage to find these 11 diamonds all in off-camera mining, as well as a good bit of extra iron, gold, a whole bunch of redstone, and some coal and lapis. So we're looking pretty good when it comes to equipment. And actually, speaking of those 11 diamonds, we do have 32 levels, so I might take a minute to craft these diamonds up into something. Right now I'm thinking the next few things we're going to go for are probably a diamond helmet, diamond boots, and a diamond shovel, especially since I want to get some glass for the villager breeder that we're about to build. So I think I'm going to go ahead and craft those things up, and then we will see if we can get any of the enchantments that I want on those. I think for the shovel, pretty simple. I just want efficiency and unbreaking. For the boots, I want feather falling, and then, ideally protection and unbreaking as well. And then for the helmet, I'd like respiration, aqua affinity, and protection and unbreaking. So let's see what we get. Okay, unbreaking 3 on the helmet. Not terrible, not terrible. It's also not a guarantee of respiration or aqua affinity. And the boots, unbreaking 3 as well. Okay, I guess that's how it works. If one shows unbreaking 3, I think all other armor will show unbreaking 3 in the enchantment screen as well. And just to confirm, yeah, the sword has knockback, so we won't be going for that right now. Knockback is not my favorite enchantment. Okay, efficiency 4 on the shovel. I think that's what we go for. The diamond the helmet and the boots could give us a good enchantment with unbreaking 3 here, but I'd also rather go for the guaranteed efficiency 4 on my shovel. So let's go ahead and enchant that up. And okay, just efficiency, no unbreaking. Not ideal, but it's alright. Soon enough we should have mending books, so hopefully that shovel won't go to waste. And it did just take 1 diamond, to be fair. Of all the diamond tools or armor that you can make, a diamond shovel is the easiest one to recraft. We actually have a diamond left over. Okay, so the helmet now says protection 3, and so do the boots. That's not great. What does the sword say? Sharpness 3. That's all kind of trash. Okay. For now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and store at least those 2 in there. Keep the sword on hand as soon as my iron sword breaks. And I'll just go ahead and put the diamond back in the chest. But okay. Now that we've got that enchantment done, I'm going to go ahead and sleep the night away, collect the sand that I need for the farm, and I will meet you back over there at the farm to show you what we're trying to do. Alright everyone, we are back. I've got a solid couple of stacks of glass, plus a little bit more in my inventory. There's more smelting in my house, and if I need more, I can go back and get it. But for now, we are pretty much ready to start this villager breeder. As you can see by the dirt lying on the floor right now, I've started clearing out a little area right in the middle of the village, because this is, I think, where I want to make our villager breeder. Just to take you a little bit behind the scenes, next episode when we start constructing the villager trading hall, I actually was thinking that I would do it up there, right in that little hole that's already existing in that mountain. I think would be cool. I've always been a fan of doing stuff kind of in cliffs and in caves like that. So I think we want our villager breeder to be pretty close to that location, and I think this is nice. You know, it's central, shouldn't be too hard to get the villagers over here, and I think it's a pretty decent location. So once I get this cleared out, we can start making the farm itself. It may not look like much quite yet, but what we have in front of me right now is actually the very first step to constructing this farm. What we've done so far is just make a 9x9 area of dirt. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you have the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then what you do once you have that is you go to the very middle block, which is this one right here, and you place a bucket of water in it. What I've done is actually waterlogged a half slab. So I'll right click on it with the bucket and you can see it fills back up. That means that this block was actually waterlogged, so I'll go ahead and place it back down, and hopefully you heard the little sound there, meaning that this is now waterlogged, and all these tiles, all these blocks of dirt that were hoed are going to get hydrated, and thus they won't turn back to normal dirt before crops are placed in them, which is a good sign. Also, it's nighttime, so I'm going to go ahead and annex one of these villagers' beds. Excuse me, little fella. And then, as soon as it gets back to daytime, we will start working on the second step, which is just placing the glass barrier around the side of the farm. Now, this doesn't need to be glass. I just think it's kind of I just think it's the most useful way to be able to look at what the villagers are doing. You know, to see if you need to tweak anything, see if everything's all right. You know, making sure that both villagers are alive, etc., etc. And I mean, just in general, it's fun to look at your farms, right? It's fun to see them working. So we're going to go ahead and place glass all around the sides of this farm, and I'll meet you back up when we're ready to start on the next step. You know what? Getting these villagers to chill in our little breeder has actually not been nearly as difficult as I thought it would be. This guy just waltzed right in as soon as I put the composter down, which is great because he's already turned into a farmer. And this guy, if everything goes right, will see the grindstone. Come on. Perfect. There we go. I will now take that away, and voila! We already have the most difficult part of any villager breeder completed, which is getting the actual villagers inside the breeder. Well, that next step of our farm is already complete. We have our 2 villagers inside, which I was able to lure using workstations. You can also do a similar thing with beds if you're working at night, but given that I'm working with villagers who are notoriously easy to kill, I didn't want to do it during night, so just placing a couple workstations in here actually worked like a charm. The next thing that I wanted to point out is this glass block on top of the composter. Technically, the farm will work without it, but I placed it there just to make sure that neither of the villagers jumps on top of the composter and then jumps off, because that's going to until the tiles. What are they? The blocks. They're called blocks. That's going to until the blocks around the composter, which, I mean, in the long run, the farm will still work just fine, but it makes it more efficient if you place that up there. I've also gone ahead and placed down a couple beetroot seeds because, well, we actually don't have carrots in this world yet. So we are instead going to go with a different crop that allows villagers to feed each other, which is beetroot. Now, I'm actually going to try to make sure that they don't place down wheat seeds in here, or that this guy doesn't rather, because wheat, it is something that they'll toss to each other to feed them, but it's not something that makes them willing to breed. The only things that make them willing to breed are bread, carrots, potatoes, and beetroot. So I thought that was kind of surprising because beetroot is sort of useless in general, but hey, since we don't have carrots or potatoes and the only other crop we have is wheat, our beetroot's going to come in handy. Since we only do have 2 down in here, I think we may need to do a little bit of bone mealing, but hopefully if I spend enough time in this area, it'll grow decently quickly and we won't have to wait too long for that. So the next step is to place 2 trap doors. The first one we are going to place right in place of this glass block right here. So allow me to place a temporary glass block. We'll then use our Silk Touch Diamond Axe to remove that, and we will place that acacia trapdoor right here, so that the adult villagers cannot get through, but the babies can, and that becomes crucial once we get to the next step. The other trapdoor we're going to place is right here, using that age-old Minecraft trick where Minecraft mobs, including villagers, see this as a full block, but if we put it down, they will fall. So next up, we're going to go ahead and add the second trapdoor that'll also convince them that they can walk across these full blocks. So mobs will see this as 2 full blocks, but we're going to go ahead and open them so they'll fall down here into what will eventually be a little water stream. And on these blocks behind the 2 trapdoors, we're actually going to place down a few beds. So I'm going to place them in the exact same configuration that Logical Geek Boy does in his video. I'm not 100% sure if, it would work if you placed them in a slightly different manner, but I'm just going to go ahead and do exactly what he did. So if you're following along, go ahead and place 3 beds in this configuration with the pillow end going towards the farm. 1 and 2 and 3, right surrounding these 2 trapdoors, or rather to this side of the 2 trapdoors, and then we will place the other one right here. So we now have 4 beds, which is the mechanic that's going to have these villagers see these beds and realize, hey, we can make a baby to fit these extra beds. So I'll be honest, I sort of fell down here accidentally when I was walking around trying to make sure this place was lit up. But we have a baby already. Look at that. I didn't even see that guy spawn, whatever. Didn't even see him pop into existence, but here he is. So that is concrete proof that our villager breeder is now working. And as soon as I can get out of here, I will go ahead and sleep the night away, and I will show you what it looks like. Okay, and we are back. Let me just take these burning guys off real quick. Go away, go away. Oh, thanks for lighting me on fire. Really needed that. Boom, boom. Okay, perfect. Oh, now we get carrots. Now we get carrots. Perfect. Oh, great. Thanks for that, game. All right, well, I mean, I already started putting the beetroots down, so I think we're just going to stick with the beetroots, but let's go ahead and show you how the farm looks, because it is now complete. So, I already showed you these 2 trapdoors. I went ahead and just dug this thing out. Let's see, how far was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and then a 7th block. And on that 7th block, I replaced the dirt with a deep slate fence. A deep slate wall. Alright, technically it's a cobbled deep slate wall. Not that it matters. You can put any kind of wall here. I just had a bunch of extra cobbled deep slate, so I made it out of that. But yeah, basically, this little trick with the wall is to make sure that once the baby villagers are pushed down here, they're up a little bit higher. Meaning that as soon as they grow up, their heads will reach the top, or their heads will reach this water, which will then push them into this containment chamber. So basically what this does is isolates the babies down here, and as soon as they grow up, they'll get pushed into this chamber, ready to be taken away using a minecart system to wherever we desire them to go. So yeah, this guy, even though he's trying to get back this way right now, once he grows up, he will get picked up by this water, and he will get taken into this containment chamber. Now, this containment chamber is pretty simple. All I did was place another water up here, use a couple of signs, one right here and one down below, to prevent it from connecting to that other water stream, and the water is then directed into this little chamber where all the villagers will be pushed into this corner, ready to be picked up by a minecart. This chamber is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3. Let me place that torch back. And the size doesn't even matter all that much for this containment chamber. It could be a little bigger or a little bit smaller, and it should work effectively the same. But yeah, that pretty much covers what we need to do for this farm. Yeah, if you have any additional questions, of course, you can always leave them in the comments, or you can check out Logical Geek Boy's video. He does a great job of explaining how this farm works and going through it step by step. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think what I'll do is spend a couple of minutes just making sure that these beds are covered up and making sure that no mobs can get into this farm, because it is, a little bit more easily accessible than the one Logical Geek Boy built in his video. It's on the ground as opposed to his, which was lifted up in the air a little bit. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then hopefully I'll meet back up with you soon, and we can maybe even have a villager in our little containment center. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I feel comfortable saying that our villager breeder is working. Our first little guy who got spawned in by the breeder is now all grown up, and he's waiting just in that corner because the water stream is pushing him over there, and oh, look at that, our baby just walked on over. Yep, these guys just produced another baby, and as you saw right there, he just walked on over towards the beds, got pulled in by the water stream, and he is now waiting in the little predetermined spot down there. So as soon as he grows up, he'll go ahead and join his friend right there in the corner. You have your forever home now, buddy. Alright, that's a lot more evil sounding than maybe it should. I mean, they're just going into indentured servitude, right? Right? Yeah, this is totally ethical. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, all that aside, our villager breeder is now working ace. So I think we can go ahead and call this project a success. I've gone ahead and managed to finally help them fill out this entire thing. So from now on, it should be pretty much self-sustaining. The only thing left remaining to do now is place one block right here if I want to turn the farm off. I actually don't have any sticky pistons yet, so I can't really automate that the same way that Logical Geek Boy does, but if I place the block here, it should prevent these guys from seeing these beds, and thus they won't continue breeding and making more little baby villagers. For now though, I'm gonna remove that block and let them make as many as they want, because for my plans for the villager trading hall up there, I am gonna need quite a few villagers. If you already have more than enough villagers in your world, and you're worried about maybe lag and, you know, how many entities are going to be standing right there in that one corner if you just let this thing go on and on and on, especially if it's in your spawn chunks, just go ahead and place that block right there. And hopefully that should turn the farm off and you won't have to worry about too many of them spawning in. For me though, I want to let them loose, just want to let them make as many babies as they can. So I'm going to let this farm keep on running. And, okay. I was going to see if the zombie was actually able to find his way towards these guys. I did clear out any blocks that should have allowed him to do so, but I just wanted to make sure he couldn't, like, jump and somehow managed to make that one block jump. He is targeted on me, so I don't think we're going to be able to test that. But yeah, these guys seem to be safe. Mobs shouldn't be able to get in, and they shouldn't be able to spawn in any place where they can kill them. The farm seems to be working properly, and I think we are ready to move on to our next task for today. Alright everyone, well, now that we've got our villager trader done, I think we're going to spend the rest of this episode just doing a little bit of exploring. I was trying to think of ways that we could end this episode, and, you know, I figured I'd just do something that interested me. And adventuring has always been one of my favorite parts of this game, just going out a few hundred blocks and seeing what we can find. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not planning on going too far today. Might go out maybe a few hundred blocks, maybe 500 blocks in each direction, but probably nothing more than that. I just want to see what we can find. Maybe another desert temple, or another village, jungle temple, maybe just some beehives, or axolotls, just, you know, anything that we can find. Ooh, look what I found. For the very first time in the game. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Can you headbutt me? Okay, guess not. Guess we're just chilling. Okay, hey, that's fine too. Getting a really close-up view here. I'm standing still because I think that's one of the requirements for them headbutting you, maybe? Or you know what, maybe this guy just isn't an aggressive guy. That's fine too. That's cool. I appreciate it. But nice, okay. He just bleeded. Thank you. Wow, that's gonna... good jump. I'm talking like he's a little puppy or something. That's cool though. Nice, I like the ambiance. Nice, alright. Well, practically that doesn't really change much about our game. They don't offer all that much for farms or even as pets or anything, but that's cool. Haven't really found a goat in survival before, so that's one thing checked off my list. Well, what's that out there in the distance? I think I see another desert temple. Let's go ahead and sprint on over there. Hopefully we can take these treetops, because that should be a lot faster than dropping on down. Oh, and as soon as I say that. Okay. Well, let's race on through the forest, hopefully not getting snuck up on by any creepers, because we all know these things are rife with them. But yeah, this is an entirely new desert temple. Very cool. Wow, this isn't even all that far from my base, is it? No, I really don't think it is. Pretty sure my base is kind of just over that hill. Okay, well, I don't have a fence or anything, so you can just chill out here for the moment. And I am going to be very, very careful that this big ol' exploding thing down here at the bottom does not, in fact, explode. So let's make sure. Okay, nothing over here, nothing over here. Good, good, good. Let's make a few more torches. Oops. There we go. Nothing here. Nothing here. Good, good, good. Imagine if a bunny just like kamikazes his way down. Okay, we should be good though. We should be good. As soon as we get down to the bottom, I will be breaking that TNT post-haste. Boom. Pressure plate broken. TNT broken. TNT broken as well. There we go. Perfect. We are now officially free to explore. And hey, we got 9 TNT. That's always fun. Skeleton rattles. Where are you rattling? Alright, hopefully it's in a cave around here. What have we got? Okay. Well, we got some sand, which is, yeah, you know. We also got some bones, rotten flesh, gunpowder. But then we have a saddle. Very nice stuff. I could always use another saddle. And what's in here? Okay, not much. Just mob drops. Oh well. I'll still take some extra bones at this point in the game, though. I don't have a skeleton farm or anything, so I'll take those. And... okay. Third chest is not very good either. Whole bunch more bones, which is, you know, still cool, I guess. Come on now. Give me something good in here. Give me something good. From the other one, we got an enchanted golden apple. What can we get from here? Okay. What's this book? Feather Falling 1. Yeah, that's really no good. Okay, well, we do have another golden apple, and we did get a whole bunch of bones and some rotten flesh and gunpowder, as well as some string from this temple. So not a total loss. I will take that. And with that, I think it's time to hop our way on out of here. Maybe I'll toss one more torch down here, just so hopefully nothing else will spawn. And yeah, that's this place explored. Well, 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 would you look at that? We got another one. We got a third desert temple inside this one desert. Man, I don't know what the rates are usually, but that's pretty good luck. This is a pretty lucky desert so far. We got a village and a savanna biome right to the side, and we got 3 desert temples. Man, lovely stuff. Okay, same deal. Don't have a fence, so I will leave you to roam around here, buddy. Hopefully you don't get too far lost or anything. And do we have anything? Oh, yeah, we got a creeper. Okay, bye. All right. That's why you should always be careful when you're entering those, because they are dark and they are prime mob spawning territory. Now, a skeleton, I can deal with that, especially with a shield. Okay, and boop. Let's back our way on out, and hopefully he will come after us. Oh, I just saw his arrow thinking that was kind of funny. Okay. And boom. Perfect. So I think we've now dealt with all the mobs in here, but we are still going to exercise a whole lot of caution. Okay. And you know what? Just out of an absolute abundance of caution, well, no, let me just check the top. I was gonna block it off, but instead I think I'll just go up and check it. Okay. Yeah, the top should be good. We should now officially be good to dig on down. Alright, and the pressure plate is officially broken. Let's head on down to the bottom and collect that TNT. Perfect. 18 TNT. Love to see it. Now, what do we got in these chests? Let's check it out. First chest. Ooh, okay. Okay, diamond horse armor and iron horse armor and another saddle. Very nice stuff. All right, love to see it, love to see it. Also racking up the bones and the rotten flesh. Second one, okay, another saddle. All right, yeah, this is a decent chest. This is a decent chest. A little bit of gold and another saddle. Man, we are actually out of stuff, or actually out of inventory space. I'll go ahead and put the pressure plates away because those are real easy to make. And what do we got in the third chest? 2 golden apples. Okay. Okay. All right. Not bad at all. And a whole bunch more bones, rotten flesh, iron, or actually our first little bit of iron. Now, what do I throw away here? I actually don't know. Actually don't know. And let's just do the dirt because that's pretty easy to get. And then let's see. Okay, this is the final chest. 3, 2, 1. Okay, not bad, not bad. We got a whole lot of bones in there. We are now officially over a stack. And we got 9 iron. And we have another saddle. We picked up 4 saddles just from like, legit, that was about 10 minutes of exploring because it was all in the same desert. Beautiful stuff. Huh. Well, you know what? We can always come back here. So why not just put the terracotta in there? I was thinking about mining the terracotta and saving it because I do want to use that in the villager trading hall design that I've been working with. But you know what? We can always come back. And it's only 2 terracotta that I've collected so far. So it's all good. But hey, this has been a very productive session. Even just only exploring like a few hundred blocks. Not to mention, we got a big old ocean here. And these things are usually rife with ocean monuments. Little what are they called? The ruins? Drowned ruins? Whatever the official name is. And shipwrecks, which can lead you to buried treasure. So you know what? I think I'll spend a little bit more time searching this ocean, but I mean, even if we don't find anything there, we've already made out pretty well. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll meet you back once I'm done exploring. Well, I think that this will be our one final update before I head back home, but I found some glow squids. Yeah, I was just in the little ocean right next to that desert temple. Still haven't gone too far out at all. Uh-oh. Hold on. Bubbles. Okay. Still haven't gone too far out at all, but I managed to find this big old underwater ravine, and it's looking real cool. Luckily, that guy isn't a trident drown, so I had no trouble dealing with him, but yeah, I'm liking this. This is a really cool spot. If we can eventually do something here, like convert it to our own sort of little... what's the word? If we can turn this ravine into our own build of sorts, I think that would be really fun. But that's a problem for another day. And I also didn't collect the glowing sacks because my inventory is really full. I could probably drop something, but, you know, I'll stick with what I got for right now, and I know that spot's there. So if I want more glowing sacks in the future, I can always get them later on. So I'm just going to head back on over to the shore, get my horse, and head back home. Alright everybody, we are back home, and we are a lot of saddles richer. 4 saddles to be precise. So you know what? For not very long at all in terms of real world time of exploring and adventuring, that was very productive. 4 new saddles, diamond horse armor, iron horse armor, a stack of bones, a whole bunch of extra gunpowder and rotten flesh, and, 3 golden apples, and an enchanted book, even if... Well, I guess the enchanted book doesn't really matter all that much. But you know what? We got some pretty good loot, and most importantly of all, we have set the foundation for the most OP farm in Minecraft by building our villager breeder over there in that direction. So overall, we've made a lot of good progress today, and I am satisfied with what we've got. With that all said, if you've enjoyed, and if this video has helped you out at all, please do consider subscribing. It's free, you can always change your mind, and it really helps me out when it comes to growing this channel. So, thank you all for watching, and, well, I'll see you in the next episode.